Hey guys, welcome back. This is Tarun again with a very important message for all the Indian parents. Now, I really want to do this for all the youngsters, and I really want to request all the parents that please, we really need to support our children with their fitness goals. And I'll tell you what's going wrong and what we really need to do. In this video, I want to address one major issue that I face from many Indian parents, which is that most of these Indian parents complain and ask me and tell me that please tell my kids that they don't eat as much, they should be eating a heavy meal, because back in our days we used to take this much of roti, this much of rice, this much of X, this much of Y, but these days our kids are not eating enough. Can you please tell them to pack on and start eating more and more and more? And this is what I have a problem with, and this is exactly what I'm doing this video for, just to request all the Indian parents and make them understand how things have changed in fitness and how we, or you rather, can support your kids with their fitness goals, so that they're not only fitter, but if they're fitter, they'll be much more happier. So here's how it goes. So guys, let's understand things are different now. What they were earlier back in 60s, 70s, 80s are very different now, which means that earlier, if all the Indian parents, the way they were brought up by their parents is that they were given a very heavy breakfast. They would eat anything that would come their way, because obviously the level of fitness was already too high back then, because the lifestyle was so different. They were doing so many different things. They could digest food, they could get away with food, so they typically only had to eat about 2 to 3 meals a day, which means a heavy breakfast, heavy lunch, and about a heavy dinner. And their food would include roti, sabzi, rice, and if they're lucky, some non-vegetarian food as well. But chances are they were pretty much vegetarian, because non-veg back then was not that easily available. But yes, there were some non-vegetarian folks too. Now fast forward and let's talk about today. But unfortunately, what is happening now is that the same set of Indian parents now they are forcing their kids to be like them, the way they were raised by their own parents, which means now they are forcing their kids to eat the same way, heavy breakfast, heavy lunch, heavy dinner. But this is where the problem is. My humble request to all the Indian parents is that, guys, please do not push your kids to eat heavy meals. They obviously are in the in fitness, and in fitness you would know, or if you don't know, let me share something with you. Please do not make them full by making them eat stuff which they don't really want to. And trust me, if they don't want to eat a chapati, if they don't want to eat dal the way you would want to, a tadke wali dal or a butter ghee dal, it's okay. It's okay for a fact that because these guys they are following a routine. They want to live healthy, they don't want to fill their stomach, they only want to eat about 70 to 80%. They don't want to eat 3 meals, they want to split those 3 meals into 6 to 7 meals, which is a good thing. It's good for your metabolism. It's only going to make them more healthier. So it's my humble request to Indian parents, understand that about fitness, understand that about their own kids. Let's not push them, let's not corner them. I understand they may ask you for things like whey protein, and whey protein comes with the price, but hey, guess what? Whey protein is absolutely safe. It's a milk byproduct. They can actually have whey protein, and especially Indian parents who feel that whey protein is a steroid, it should not be taken. Back in our days things were different. We never took any whey proteins. You really don't need any whey proteins. You can still make a body naturally. But guess what? Whey protein is also natural. They actually need whey protein, will actually help them. It'll help them not only pack on muscle, it will help them with many other benefits, giving them strength, making them more active, so many other things. There are no side effects, guys. Please understand that. And when it comes to food, let them eat what they want to eat. I understand you're a mother, you're an Indian mother, and Indian mothers are very caring towards their kids. But hey, your love towards your kid can actually turn out to be disastrous when it comes to their own good health. You don't want to pamper them with ghee, you don't really want to pamper them with butter and all the unhealthy trans fat so that they put on more fat. It's not a good thing, it's not even a healthy thing. Let them prepare their own meals, let them have their own meals. If they want to have something, like a chicken made their way, which is grilled, boiled, or made with different kind of spices, lesser salt, let them do it. It's healthier. If they want to make dal, they want to use all kinds of dal in a cooker, chana ki dal, urad ki dal, let them do it, my friend. It's only going to help your kids. And trust me, if your kids are healthy, if your kids are fitter, and if they are happier, trust me, you would also, Indian parents would also be healthier. So my only request, the reason why I'm doing this video, is for Indian folks, to encourage Indian folks so that they support their kids and their fitness lifestyle. Please do not discourage them. If you can't afford whey protein, if your kids is asking you for whey protein, it's okay. You can't afford it, fine. But don't discourage them from having food that they would want to eat. If you don't want to invest in something which is 3,000-4,000 a month on a whey protein, that's okay, but let's not feed them food which is going to make them unhappy, food which they feel is not good for them. Let them eat. They're adults, they can make their own informed decisions about food habits, because obviously they're putting so much of effort in the gym, they're putting so much of effort in their training, and all they expect from you, if not encouragement but not discouragement either. Let's not push them over the edge, where they just stop listening to all of you, when they just start doing their own thing and they become a rebel. Let's just support them in their fitness lifestyle. And just imagine, they could be in their late teens or they could be in their early 20s, and once they get fitter, they'll become happier, and their future will be so much more secure. They'll be more productive, they'll have a happy married life, they'll have there's so many other benefits attached to good health and fitness. So Indian parents, it's my humble request, let's start encouraging our kids with their food habits, with healthy food habits, and it's, when I mean healthy food habits, doesn't mean that you start using olive oil in front of instead of refined. That's a given. I'm talking about giving them an opportunity to eat what they want to eat. And trust me, if your kid is into fitness, chances of he or she getting into junk food like a KFC or a McDonald's is very, very minimal. He or she would not even think about it. If your kid is into fitness, he would not even think about indulging in alcohol, smoking, or drugs. He or she will be so much more disciplined with his own body because he's so particular about things. So please, let's start encouraging it, so that they get hope that yes, my parents are supportive and now I can do anything. And so this is the only message that I wanted to share with you folks. I hope you support your kids, so that your kids become much more fitter, much more healthier, and make you proud. So any one of you who want to know what kind of programs that you would want to have for your kids, feel free to reach out to me either on my YouTube, Facebook, or even on my Instagram. I'll be very happy to help you and make your kids understand what they can eat, or probably make you understand if your kid is doing all the right things or not. So until we meet again, peace.